don't know. I've been calling this How I Spent the Apocalypse, and right about now I'm thinking that maybe I need to change the name to the Best Laid Plans. As I told you before, I had one set of plans for what I was going to do before the apocalypse happened. And then the apocalypse happened, and I'm like, well, you got a B&B, you're losing money. Yeah, I really can't spend all that money that you were thinking about spending, even though it wasn't very much. So I thought, okay, well, I'll do all these plans. I'll do all these because I can do them with a few bags of concrete and some cheap 2x4s and some slabs and stuff, and I can go harvest poles and peel them, and I'll build all that. Then Mother got sick, and now I can't do any of that because I can't be gone for more than an hour at a time. So I have to be giving her medication. She can't get up by herself, all this. So, I've told you before, but for those of you who didn't hear, what's wrong with Mother is shingles. Shingles that got into her eyeball. Okay? She's lost at least part of the vision in her left eye. We don't know how much. Right now she still has Bell's palsy and can't really open the eye fully. It opens for maybe an hour a day if she's lucky. So for all of the idiots who are saying, let's send our kids to school because we have to get the economy back on track, and it won't do anything to our kids anyway. Let's not forget that shingles is caused from having the chicken pox. Why didn't Mother get a shingles shot? Because she couldn't remember ever having chicken pox. So she literally had them when she was too young to remember having them. Now she's 80 and they're kicking her ass. And before you just say, well, she's an old woman. Before COVID-19 hit, Mother still went to work in a factory 5 days a week. All right? This is what shingles did to her. I've had shingles. I had shingles in my 40s. It was horrific. Don't think just because, here's the thing. It's called a novel virus for a reason. We don't know what it's going to do. So we shouldn't send our kids into the front line to see what will happen. All right. So, I've made another plan. Let's see if I can actually do that. This is a very nice little awning on the barn shed. My son put the roof on, and he had that wall, the outside of it he had done with slabs. I used feed sacks, plastic, and everything and put over the slabs, and then this was all trash board that was laying around the place that I used there. And then I framed up the end of the building with absolute garbage that people threw away. And then I covered it in board and bat thins. And this window that's open, you can see it's propped open, it was made out of a couple of pieces of plexi that somebody threw away. So
and
that's what that is.
Now, 2x4s.
Huh?
And some 2x4s that were thrown
And some
out.
2x4s. I did a 2x4 frame and I hinged it, and I can just open it or I can close it in the winter. Okay, eventually this is going to be my blacksmith shop. I would like to go ahead and put my forge in. I didn't have time to do it. And so in the middle of doing the 40 billion projects, this became a immediate throw it in out of the weather place. So what I'm going to try to do, it's probably going to take me much longer than it normally I could gut this thing, even doing the way I do it, in probably a couple of, in a week, and do what I want to do. That's not going to happen the way things are working right now. So it's going to take me a while. Okay, so before I can even think about building a forge or doing the rest of the work on this building, like building bins to put my metal in or any of that stuff, I've got to clean it out. Now here's the thing. All of this garbage is in here because it's projects that I'm going to do. So I'm going to have to get rid of it, and then I'm going to have to do other projects in order to get to the project I want to do, because otherwise Where the fuck am I gonna put this shit? Now, you saw me peel the logs, and you saw Lynn was bundling it up. Well, life happened, and she only got part of it bundled, and now it's too brittle to bundle. If you go to do it, it's just gonna bust up. It's not gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do with it, I'm gonna take it over and use it for bedding in the billy goat shed.
Oh.
So that's one of the first things I'm cleaning up. I've already cleaned up most of it, by the way. I didn't make you watch me do that for hours. I should have, and then you'd be like, that's the most boring piece of shit I ever saw. Why is she picking up bark for a fucking hour? What is she, a goddamn bird? Is she building a fucking nest? If she's not, I'm bored.
Well, yes, you are. You're building a nest for the billy goat.
Yeah, I built a nest for doing it. But yeah, it's really good to use as bedding because it's very absorbent. It keeps urine and stuff from getting on the animals. And also because it's cedar, it should help with the bugs.
Right.
And since he got mites from that pen, because it had pigs in it before him, I kind of want to make sure he doesn't get them again because it was a huge pain in the ass. Trying to treat a 250-pound asshole that doesn't want to do what you tell him to do. Yeah. There, are you taking pictures of my ass again?
Yes, yes. Show it to me. I will.
There you damn woman taking pictures of my ass all the time. I guess I could quit showing you my ass. Huh?
There you go.
Kind of like a baboon. Look at my butt!
At least it's hot red.
All right, so if Lynn will follow me over here, I will show you some other cool shit.
You want me to shut it off and turn back on?
No,
or?
we're just walking over here.
Okay.
I'm going to show them the gate here that my son Genius built.
Oh, yes. This is a cool gate. Talk about using everything.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a gate that my son the Genius built to keep the pigs in. He welded it, he made it out of junk pieces that he had, old U-bolts and bolts, and it's genius. God, I don't know how he got so smart. Oh, I'm his mother! Yeah. But see, I'm going to take it, okay, so when I bought the, don't come into the grass, you'll get chiggers. But when I bought this place, this was pig pen, and it was trashed completely out. There were buildings that the pigs tore up and fences the pigs tore up. I had to take it back. My son, the Genius, built this pond for me on my direction and leveled it out, and then I had to rebuild it and everything. And I built this little shed in the corner off of some garbage that he had just thrown around in here.
Okay, I'm going to walk around so they can hear you, okay? Give me a second. Give me a second.
All right! Right, so I just built this shed. Was built on the corner things. My son had some boards laid up there, and I just went ahead and built another shed. But see, we'll throw this up in there, and believe it, you're going, he's going to sleep on that big pile. No, he's going to get in there and rake it everywhere.
Yes,
that's what they do. They get in
and they nest.
And they kind of, well, they move it around till it's comfortable. But it'll hopefully keep the bugs off of him as well. And he's not over here right now, so I don't have to deal with his rank ass. So that's good. And I don't know if you can see this little chicken house here. That's where Brewster, that's Brewster. He's the billy goat's rooster. He keeps the billy goat company when he's over here. And he keeps the bugs down in the pen. So my grandsons and I actually made that. That was originally a dog house for a dog that they had. And I rebuilt it, put a new roof on it, and attached it to a tire to keep the billy goat from knocking it over.
Oh, okay.
And then, yes, that's why that tire's there, because the billy goat, otherwise, the billy goat will knock it right the hell over. He was running it, didn't have it on the tire at first, and he ran it all over this pasture. Because he's an asshole! And I don't know, did I ever show him this wheelbarrow? I don't think I did.
I don't know if you ever showed him the wheelbarrow or not.
Well, if I did, they can listen to my boring ass shit again. Okay, so see that wheelbarrow there? I got this wheelbarrow and an old pool ladder in one of those things where somebody said free on the side of the road. Both of the wheels were popped on it, and the entire bottom was broken out. You can see here. Okay, so what did I do? I took and I put some plastic.
Oh my goodness.
And then I took a piece of board and I put on there. And I just went and bought, so I went and bought $16 worth of inner tubes and I fixed it. So if you're going to buy one of these, it's a rather expensive little wheelbarrow. It's about $60 to $90. But for me, $16 for new inner tubes. All right. So one of the first things I got to get out of here, because it's right in a freaking way, is this. And I'm going to tell you about this, and then it'll be another entire tape, because I will have to build this before I can go much further. This will be the gutter system on the front of that shop.
Ah.
And no, only part of it's guttering. The rest of it, crap that Tony threw away. So until next time, the best laid plans get scrapped and you're just cleaning your shop. Bye.